What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Esk8Exchange, a show where we talk about MBoards, electric skateboards, just the e-skate industry in general. Today, of course, we've got Jacob joining us again.
Hey, what's up,
like
everybody?
always, we've got James here. Milo's here, of course.
Special guest.
Chilling. And then Maddie, of course, is behind the scenes, switching cameras back and forth and doing all the audio things
Pressing
and
all the
keeping us
buttons.
on track.
She's the magician.
Yeah, she kicks ass back there. So we've got a show. We've got a show today. Of course, thank you to our sponsor, XSSportsCBD.com. Use Esk8Exchange at checkout. Like the code Esk8Exchange at checkout for 20% off.
Yep.
And you can have awesome feeling muscles like us.
Rub up them joints.
I love
All
that
right,
stuff.
guys, right into it. We think we have uncovered a conspiracy theory today.
Dun, dun,
Literally
Yes.
a couple hours ago. So also, this is a new segment called Esk8 Conspiracy.
Yes.
So if you guys have any other Esk8 related conspiracy theories, please put them down in the description below or in the comment section below, because we will talk about them
Yes.
in future episodes.
and hopefully solve them.
Yeah,
We-
do some research.
We seem to be able to figure these things out more.
Yeah. So we, of course, as you guys know, we've been trying to get Hota tires for a while. They are kind of hard to get a hold of and to actually get a contract started. We're in the process. We're getting there. It's just taking us a minute. But for now, we have been rocking the Sunmates, and I feel like we've had very good luck and experience with the Sunmates.
Yeah.
Not my favorite tires ever, but they're not bad.
Yeah, not a bad tire.
Not a bad tire.
Not a great tire.
I
Not a great
hate
tire,
them,
but
I hate them. But that's just me. Again, it's
yeah.
okay. Everybody has bias.
They're not
That's
great,
just
but they're
me.
not bad.
They're not bad.
right.
I think they're better than the Evolve tires.
Ooh,
I think they last a lot longer.
Yeah, they definitely last longer.
So anyways,
Interesting.
so we got our big shipment of Sunmates. We got 6-inch and we got 7-inch tires. And we were unwrapping, you guys, actually, I'm not even into work yet. You guys get here early,
Yeah.
working on some other stuff, opening the boxes up. And Jacob, what do you find in there?
Yeah, I was digging through the 6-inch box and got down to basically the bottom, and I'm going through the count, and I'm like, what is that? It's a different tread. It was a totally different tread pattern. Wasn't used to it. Wasn't expecting it. So pulled it out, got all excited. I was like, oh, they must have screwed one up. What did they send us on accident?
Ooh.
So then you kind of do the inspection. I'm like, man, this tread sort of looks familiar. I feel like I've seen it. Just kind of overall looking at the side, it's a 155 by 50, and it's made by, of all people, Hota.
Huh.
Yep.
So
In a Sunmate box?
yeah, so like the light bulb goes off, right? I was like, wow, what just happened?
Yes.
Fireworks.
What did we just find?
So we've over the last few weeks really tried hard to get in touch with Hota. Really get, we want our own tire. We've talked about it. We want our own tire. We want our own or multiple sizes, whatever. And can't get in touch with anybody from them to answer. But along the way, we've discovered that there's Hota tubes inside Evolve tires.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were Hota tubes inside our Sunmate tires.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we started really like, man, what is going on? Do these people just own the world? Like they're
Right.
just the only rubber tire manufacturer around.
Huh.
So today when I found that tire, another light bulb went off and it was like, holy shit, who makes who now? So the only way you can really go in, you have to do a little more. You can't just say, well, it just, maybe it got thrown in this box. So you dig a little deeper and there is a model code on the tire.
Yep.
Mhm.
And on
Written within the data.
Very clear on the side of the tire.
Yeah, the sidewall, the very bottom.
And on the Sunmate tires, they kind of hide it in like the inside of the sidewall. Basically, it's very hard to see. But when you look at them, they all follow the same pattern.
Yep.
And you can tell that it's just it's like a different tread design.
Yeah.
So then you're like, man, how is all of this just start lining up? So connect the dots, man.
Yeah.
So the
Connect the
dots.
dots.
So
where do the
so
dots?
what
Where
we
are the
saying,
dots
dude? What are we
pointing now?
saying
Right?
This is my theory. So I think that that Hota, obviously, just like any other like like just the same as like a urethane company could have different formulas of tire or rubber that they can offer customers, of course, at different costs. So I think Hota's got, when they do their own stuff, has their nice Formula A, right?
Yes.
Then they also have, this is just simplicity wise,
Formula
I think
B.
they have like Formula B that's like cheaper, not as good, that they sell
maybe
to.
it doesn't last as long,
Right.
or whatever the
that
chemical
they
compound
give
is.
their customers an option to buy if they're trying to save money, which is what I think potentially Sunmate buys. So what I think Hota makes Sunmate tires
Hota
for
might
Sunmate.
Hota might be Big Mama.
And then and Sunmate, because they're not going after that high quality stuff, gets the cheapest rubber or cheaper rubber.
Yeah.
And slaps their name on it and sells it as their own.
Which is why they're able to sell them at a somewhat lower price than like an Evolve tire, which I'm going to assume with my theory that
Hota makes those too.
Hota makes the Evolve tires.
I think
and they may choose a higher compound.
Yeah.
They may choose a slightly better, or worse, even if it's not slightly better, it's just different. It's just different. Yeah.
So basically, to recap, you were unpacking what kind of box? The tire box of the Sunmates?
It was a box that was direct. I don't want to say direct from China because it does take one pit stop at like a freight forwarder. California, so that's where it gets like the UPS tag.
Yeah.
But this box clearly had not been opened.
Yeah, it was clearly
since
a Sunmate
it left
box.
the factory.
Right.
So you crack open the Sunmate box and you start unloading all these Sunmate tires, and there's one Hota tire.
Right, and
not
usually
even in the top or in the bottom, but it's mixed in there.
In those boxes, usually a count of 42, and that was 42. It was exactly so. It
that
wasn't
means
an extra.
this has to be in the same warehouse.
So yes, right. They originated from the same warehouse.
Yeah. So Hota,
one fell off into our pile or something.
I mean, these could be like 2 conveyor belts.
So this is what I think. When we are doing business with Sunmate, I would not be surprised if they all come damn near directly out of the Hota factory.
Yeah,
and
probably.
They're
literally sitting in the cubicle next to him, just laughing.
Yeah, right.
Because they're just being a middleman sales with the Sunmate logo on the sides. Like, you know what sucked? You know what pissed me off about Sunmate is when we originally got tire samples way back in like years ago. I asked for a set of samples, and I got them, and there was no logo on any of them. None of them. It was nice blank. I was like, cool. Ordered my big batch of like, I don't know, 200 tires or whatever it was, 50 sets of them or something. And they all had Sunmate logos on them all of a sudden. I'm like, what the heck? So I went and looked back at my other samples. They'd shaved the logos off on purpose.
Nice.
Those
for my samples. And I said, those assholes.
Right?
Because like I was expecting to get like just blank
nice
wheels.
And clean.
And then, of course, like, well, if you don't want logos, you got to open up your own mold and all this. I'm like,
oh, geez.
Dude.
Yeah.
So
I really think then it's just time for us, right? Maybe not necessarily us, but it's time for the Esk8 guys to just start making their own shit. Because because we keep playing this game back and forth of like, what about this? What about that? You know, and we don't have any options. We don't have any voice with what they're doing.
No.
So I respect MBoards is doing it on their own.
Okay.
Stooge is doing their best. Hoyt.
It's starting to happen.
There's a few, you know, like maybe though they're just getting them from the same fucking people though.
Yeah, but that's what I think. Like I think it's all coming from I see because when we get our tubes. Yeah. So if anyone cares to know, all of our tubes are Hoyt. So if you're looking for tubes,
Hota,
not Hoyt, Hota. All of our tubes are Hota. So if you were looking for some high quality tubes, we have those. We got them. They're all Hota. And I just thought, okay, Sunmate makes their own tires. I'm sure it's a different. Oh, that's DHL.
We were just talking about this not even 10 minutes ago.
Yep. DHL is here. So
it seems like they don't ever get here until the podcast happens.
Right. Of course. No one ever shows up until the podcast is running. And Milo is like loving it. Milo, bud, come here.
Hey, bud. Hey. Somebody's at the door.
We're really excited because that means we get to complete the 12S 8P build.
Yes. We're waiting on a few more decks, which is just showing up right now.
Yep.
So what's cool about did the door open? Did he open it? He did it? Okay, cool. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, cool.
This is good news. We're getting decks. We're getting decks delivered right now.
Yes.
Anyway, so if you're looking for Hota, so anyway,
have you ever heard an Australian person say decks?
Oh yeah, it's dicks. It's dicks, bro. It's dicks.
It kills me every time.
It's awesome.
Thank you to all our Australian listeners.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Providing a little comedy.
And the New Zealand guys too, because they almost say it worse, bro.
But they don't like each other, so we shouldn't put them in the same.
Okay, no, never mind.
No, they don't like each
other.
Well, we're not
New
picking
Zealand
sides.
and Australia.
No, they don't like each other.
Fight.
Right? Well, hopefully New Zealand. I can't go to Australia, so I guess I'm picking sides with New Zealand straight up. So what's up?
So anyways, we've got the Hota tubes if you're looking for them, 6s and 7s. But this is what I thought. I thought Sunmate made their own tires for a while. And I thought, well, maybe whatever equipment that they need to make their tires, it's just a different piece of equipment to do their tubes. Not worth it. They'll just buy the tubes from Hota. Okay. That's it. So
which
that's
is
what
okay.
I thought,
like,
which is fine.
That's still not a big deal.
So I was like, sweet, we're getting Hota tubes, cool. But now I really think that Sunmate just didn't want to spend the money on doing their own mold that said Sunmate on the side of their tubes. So that's what I think. And I think we're just getting a cheaper version of Sunmates. A cheaper version of Hotas with a Sunmate logo on it. And what's interesting is I really do believe that the Hotas, if you get them directly from Hota, are probably cheaper and or the same price as Sunmate's wholesale.
Right.
But you have to buy a lot more of Hota than with the Sunmates.
Probably Hota's probably got a higher MOQ at this point. I think we can handle whatever MOQ they want. But
so now is then the bigger question, is Hota that good?
Yeah, what's
that
better,
right?
Yeah,
or do we really feel like they're that good?
Well,
is it just a new name that we're excited about?
We just like the tire tread more.
But
well,
I mean,
I don't know. Me and Jacob were looking at the Sunmate and the Hota right next to each other, and they are clearly different designed of the curve. You almost have a longer contact patch on the Hotas.
Yeah,
right?
but you get 5 more mil, so that could flatten the contact patch a little bit.
But we're comparing apples to oranges in that case because they're 2 different tires. We're talking about the compound alone.
I mean, the compound feels exactly the same.
I can't feel the difference, but obviously you wouldn't be able to tell unless you got out on the road and rode them, and it's tough. But there's anyways. That's what I think, though. I think Hota makes Sunmate wheels using a potentially lesser, and or we're all just fighting for no reason, the exact same everything.
Same, dude.
They have lunch together every day, and they just tell stories about how stupid we are.
Right.
This damn guy keeps messaging me.
Right.
Doesn't he know? Okay. I hope they watch the podcast.
Yeah.
They should send this.
Right. Yeah. But I think what it probably is Hota's making Sunmate their lesser version for cheaper, and then Sunmate, of course, ups the price to us.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, we're working on Hotas.
Gosh, one of us better not get knocked off for uncovering this conspiracy.
I know, right?
Watch Jacob's gonna have a car accident on the way home.
Oh my God, mysterious. All right, well, there's that. That's our main. That was our first topic of the day. Very interesting.
That was a good way to start the day off.
Yeah,
because I walked into the shop and Jacob's like, "I got something to talk to you about," and I'm like, "What? Can I have a hint or something?" And he's like, "Yeah, rubbers." So instantly, I'm like, "Hold on, I did not know where we were going with this." And he's like, "So I need you to look at something." So I'm like, "Oh no, dude,
where are we going back in the corner?"
Yeah, why are we walking to the back of the corner of the shop? And then he gives me the tires, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, right." And I'm like trying to figure out what's going on, but it was just it's great that's a trip.
Yeah. So again, if you guys have your own conspiracy theories about the
I'd love to hear.
What are they?
Love to hear them.
I know. No, it wasn't a conspiracy, but I know the other one we kind of uncovered the other day.
Okay, which
was the Propel Endeavor motors.
Oh
yeah.
And the Esk8 motors.
Yeah, Esk8,
twinsies.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
So Propel and the new board company Esk8. Same exact
I was told
Esk8.
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 Didn't Andy get one of those boards?
Yep.
I rode it yesterday.
How was that?
It was cool.
Didn't he come in?
It was all right. Yeah. So
it's hard to ride without bindings, man. Like those boards.
So he doesn't have the
tricky.
bindings on it?
No.
It's not, I don't think it comes with them.
No.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't. It's almost like a Cali.
It's like a Cali little brother.
Yeah.
Like a Cali's little brother, and he hasn't been to college yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He went the trade school route.
Community college. He
went to community college.
Yeah. So Jacob, you've got unpopular.
Oh yeah. We haven't done this one in a while. So I had an opinion, and I've been kind of been going on this one for like a while.
Okay.
Because I still have not found any real proof to tell me anything otherwise. So today's unpopular opinion is that. Make sure I get it right.
Yeah, you got it. The pressure's on.
CNC hubs perform no better than nylon fiberglass hubs.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Or you could say, man, how did I?
Well, I think you came in the room and you said that nylon carbon fiber.
Nylon fiberglass.
Nylon fiberglass performs.
I think you said better.
Or more precise than CNC.
No, it's the other way.
Was it
the other way? Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the CNC hubs. We got to get this right.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna have to cut this one.
No, we got it.
I have to restart this one because it's such a weird long play on words.
And that's why these unpopular opinions are hard. If I don't write it down, then it jumbles in my brain. But I'm pretty sure it's CNC hubs.
Okay.
Perform superior. Do not perform superior than the nylon fiberglass. So essentially, what my argument is that so far there's been no proof that I can see that by putting a set of these CNC hubs on our boards is making them any better
Okay.
In
there we go.
In any particular way than what we currently have.
In any measurable way.
And I say that in a sense that you have to be comparing apples to apples as far as sizes go.
Okay.
So a lot of these CNC hubs come out a little wider, and so that's going to change the aspect of the tire and how it performs. But I'm saying if you take sizes side by side, there's no performance difference.
I think the only thing that would make it perform better, correct, is the weight. So is one lighter than the other one?
Yeah, the nylon fiberglass
is a lot lighter,
quarter of the weight.
Well, then there you go.
Per hub, you're looking at somewhere around 400 grams.
Here's why I think we're seeing so many of these aluminum options pop up.
Okay.
Because people are looking for other. Now, hold on. Don't give this is my theory. Hold on.
Don't jump my ass yet.
This is what I think. A lot of riders are looking for wider hubs. They're looking for the builders and who are designing these hubs are looking for something different spoke patterns, different widths, different whatever.
Just different.
And what I think it is they are not willing to open a mold. They're only willing to do short runs of pre-sold hubs.
Huh.
And a set of hubs now will cost $500 instead of, I think we sell our set of hubs for $60.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we were willing to spend that $3,000 or whatever it was on the mold because we knew that we were going to have volume, and we do sell a lot of hubs.
Yeah. Right.
We sell a ton of them. And so that mold has already paid itself off, which is great. Okay. And I think these builders, they either don't have the confidence, they don't have the traffic, they don't have the sales to warrant spending that much money on a hub.
I feel like when it comes to the Esk8 stuff, you almost need capital, bro. A lot of it to get this good shit done.
I've said this forever. Right? We have this entire business is so capital intensive. It's very, very difficult to run it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many moving pieces. You have all these people to pay. You have all these different suppliers. Pricing is always, from the beginning, has been volatile every time. It doesn't matter what you're trying to buy. It's always changing. Sometimes for the better, but usually for the worst.
Okay, yeah, like with the chip shortage. And,
which, I have a whole thing about that. Hold on for a second, though. But yeah, it's very capital intensive. But we've messed around with trying to get capital and stuff, and it seems like it always bites us in the ass.
Yeah.
We've gotten bits of capital in the past. We've built up our inventory. We've sold off the inventory, and then we are stuck paying off capital for a long time. And
so it's like a catch.
It's a downer. It's a downer. So we will never do that again. Yeah. Where we will just continue to do it ourselves. Okay. We will just do things a little slower than I think we tried to do it in the past.
Do it yourself. And made in USA.
Back to wheels now.
Yeah, back to wheels. Anyways,
appreciate you, bro.
But here's the thing:
appreciate you,
to bring the capital in though. But a lot of these builders, a lot of these smaller shops, they don't have the capital, and they're not willing to spend the money on the.
They're not going to sell the 3,000 units either.
They're not going to sell enough of them.
So if you go out and do a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 mold, and then you tell them, well, I only want 100 units.
Yeah,
they're going to laugh because
they'll make them for you.
You're going to have to spend.
You're going to spend
you're going to have to charge a lot of money to these customers, and so maybe mark this down, but I would love to manufacture our own CNC hubs if we're going to do it, right? If this is a thing and people are going to go down this route, and a set with tires is sub $200.
So I feel like
that'd be tough.
I think it's doable though.
I think it's
doable if it's done correctly, and the support obviously has to be there. The wheel has to function, on multiple levels, but I think it's definitely doable.
I mean, I think that it's not going to really. I think people are going to like the CNC rims because you can do different colors, and yes, they can be stronger. So if people are going to be off-roading, right, then that's when those.
But think
really
about it. MBS has made a plastic hub since the beginning of mountain boarding.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's all their composition of that wheel has not changed since
glass-filled nylon
over 25 years ago.
Yeah.
These guys have been around forever. I've actually been talking with the owner of MBS that he used to rip Bootleg Canyon 20 plus years ago on a mountain board.
Yep.
Holy shit, you're an animal. I was riding a bike through there and it's scary.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They were ripping on mountain boards.
Some footage or something on Instagram of some dude hitting some crazy trail on a one wheel.
Oh, that was in Tahoe. That was nuts. It was a rock. It was just rocks.
Yeah, you would have a hard time walking this or hitting this with a mountain bike or anything. This dude was just getting this on a one wheel. I was like, all right, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
So back to the wheels. Right. I think one of the arguments for the CNCing is that they're more precise.
But that's how they market them.
That's how they market them. But I'll raise you. My mold is CNC'd. At the same time, like
can only be filled so much.
I don't know.
I think it's just personal opinion.
I'll put it this way: I want them. I want the
aluminum
wheels.
They look. Don't get me wrong. They look classy. They look like a car wheel. They look, look
cool.
They legitimize kind of the overall, class of your board, I guess you could say. But I
feel like when you get those maybe when you get, I don't know, I have so many different opinions about this, but I feel like when I see a CNC set of wheels, I'm like, all right, this dude's serious.
Right. Yeah. Well, but it's like, is it just more of a status thing? Like, I spent $500 on my wheels.
Kinda. It's my dick's bigger than yours.
I mean, right. I mean,
why don't we CNC the core of skateboard wheels? Why, like, of urethanes? Those things take a beating, and we wrap them in plastic.
So those 115 millimeter rubber wheels, those have an aluminum
core.
Are you talking about the ones that come on the Evan GTS or
possibly?
They were like the airless.
The airless 115s. We stocked them for a little while. But they just got so stupid expensive that it wasn't worth it
and
anymore.
And they're at the time they're range eaters, and that was a lot of tennis.
Yep. Projects. And I just think they were new, so a lot of people tried them. We sold a bunch of them, and I think people decided, the rubber is not really cool.
Didn't catch on like
Cloud
wheel, huh?
Yeah, Cloud wheels still rock it.
Those Cloud wheels. You know what's crazy is my Cloud wheel.
That's
video?
another conspiracy theory. Did we talk about that one yet?
No.
Oh,
that's an
we
easy
should
one.
Talk about that.
That's
one.
That's like one of the originals.
Roll right into it.
Ooh.
So, I mean, maybe I would want to do a little more research, but I'm just gonna go for what I believe I know.
Yeah, go.
So the original Cloud wheel, for some that know, is actually a Slick Revolution foamy, and the story that
Google it.
Look it up. The story and the information that was passed along to me was that Slick Revolution commissioned a company out of China to make these wheels.
What size were they at the time?
They were 120s.
They were 120s.
They were the original 120s.
Okay.
They were purple. They had like this electric purple and like an electric green. They were beautiful, transparent, like super like clean, clear.
Looked good.
Looked great. They sold them for like $160 a set. And the shop, I want to say they're based in the UK or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So shortly thereafter, this mysterious wheel showed up on Amazon called the Cloud Wheel.
Ooh.
The iCloud Wheel, I think it was actually called. It said iCloud Wheel. And I looked him up and thought, of course, like, well, these look kind of cool. I wanted the foamies. Like, maybe this is the same deal and for half the price. Screw it. I'll just buy a set.
$80.
$89 on Amazon.
$90. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shipped for free.
Right.
No big deal. Had them in 2 days.
Half the price.
Packaged, very simple. No pulleys. Nothing. You just got wheels.
Okay.
I didn't even get bearings. I didn't even get bearings.
Ooh.
You just got 4 wheels. And mine were transparent like smoke.
Okay.
And
Are those
what
the
was
ones that are out there?
Yeah, they're the ones that are out there. They're all foggy,
Yeah.
terribly foggy.
Yep.
And on one of them, the foam core, I'm using my hands, but the foam core was like a wave. It was like had a wave in it. So it almost came out on the inside of the wheel, but I was like, it was Amazon.
It looked like the foam thing like almost floated up out of the urethane.
Correct. Like it moved inside of the mold when they made it.
While it was still hot. Yeah.
Correct. So I was like, whatever, not a big deal. It's not going to affect the actual performance. It can't. So then you fast forward, some time and like the Cloud wheel shows up again and it's like all like got some different colors and you start to see it on Amazon, it was more, and then it was like $109, and it was $119. And then when you jumped over and you watched Slick Revolution, you would notice that they were always sold out, or they didn't have the stock, or they changed colors. I think at one point they went to orange, and then it was, they made an announcement that they were down to like their final sets. That company is now gone.
Yeah.
They're MIA.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Cloud
so the
Wheel
story
is
was that Slick Revolution commissioned Cloud Wheel to build these wheels.
Okay.
Cloud Wheel basically said, fuck you.
Yeah, we like this.
I'm going to make these. I'm going to make them cheaper.
Yeah.
And I don't really care.
Yeah.
So he did. And this dude now is making a killing.
Everybody's
got it.
If somebody has more info, I would love to hear it.
So Slick Revolution still has a functioning website. They sell just different brands of boards and scooters. And
go to their Instagram. There's nothing there. I don't know. Something happened. I do believe I heard there was an ownership change. Maybe sometime
it's not the
last
same.
year.
It's not the same as what it was.
It's totally changed.
Yeah.
So they had made quite a commitment. They had their own board, which had these purple foaming. The board came out because of these wheels, and it seems like it dried up.
It just got stolen. Right,
they got sucked up. Yeah, man.
Basically,
like,
the dude was like, "Hey, I like your idea, but I'm gonna do it cheaper, and I'm gonna do it faster.
I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, for basically what I sold them to you at, which would be almost that double margin. If he got them at 40% and he's selling them at 89 on Amazon, that's
right.
The margin that Slick was paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our industry's
and now
problem.
how much is a set of cloud wheels? You can't even get them wholesale.
Oh god, we don't even stock them right now.
No,
they're
so astronomically expensive. But he sells them.
I'm pretty sure it's being sold for $150 right now.
Right, because he sells them direct,
expensive.
And people love them.
Yep.
Yeah, they've locked down their market pretty good. They just
200 on the Rovers.
Yeah. Ugh.
$150 on 105s, $150 on 120s.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Patented. This is the funniest shit. The Amazon listing says that it's patented damping foam core. They stole it and then also patented
yeah,
it.
right. We're gonna steal this and make sure nobody can pull
Sounds
us.
like something. Another one.
Here we go.
Damn
Jacob's
it! See, they just keep showing up.
Right.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about this one yet.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's maybe still too
fresh.
Yeah, it's too
yeah.
I don't like to talk about bad. I don't like to talk bad about other companies, but I do think Cloud Wheels is a big enough Chinese entity where I'm not really affecting any individual's business.
Yeah,
so
we probably got them a
few
few more clicks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We will not be putting the link at the bottom of the page for that one.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing.
Really like
even
Cloud
after
Wheels.
all that, though, we'll still stock them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, do you
because
really like Cloud Wheels,
people
Mike?
demand. I don't. I actually like them. Yeah, I do like them.
I'm not.
I think
so
they're
much
okay.
for them, bro.
I think they're all right.
Jacob
if I have to
doesn't
ride
I was mixed,
urethanes, I'll probably be Cloud Wheels.
I'd much rather take a set of 107 Super Bs or even Evolve's ABEC 107s over a set of Cloud Wheels any day.
Yeah.
I have a set just because I have a set of everything.
Yeah, that's
Right.
just-
I haven't ridden.
Yes, he
I haven't
does.
ridden them since
No, because
So-
you gave them to me to ride for a minute.
2019. Yeah.
So however that Slick Revolution Cloud Wheel thing worked out, however it did shake out. At the end of the day, though, like people demand the Cloud Wheels. They want them.
Yeah.
They do.
And they
And
want
it
them
is what
just
it is.
because they don't even want to go off-roading or anything.
No.
It makes the cracks not hurt as bad.
Yeah. And then to that,
That's
I say, just get some 6-inch wheels,
Quit
bro.
being such a bitch. I mean,
So, anyways, it's just interesting. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, to each their own.
Yeah,
Different strokes for different folks. So
I
if you
don't-
guys like them, cool. If you don't,
right.
I blew my load on controversy. So sorry.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that was it. We had a lot.
That's it. Now Jacob's out.
I gotta take a nap.
Mic drop.
Unpopular opinion and conspiracies. Jacob's been running the show tonight.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Hey, show brought to you by Jacob.
Put it all on me.
Yeah, right.
You get an update on the chip shortage really quick.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
You
Oh,
felt
yeah.
the need to
I'll
wake
get
me
Mike
up
some
around
credit.
2 a.m. to let me know the news.
found it.
Yes, like this morning, 2 a.m.
I found it. No, it was
Couple
a couple
days
days ago.
ago.
I found a tweet though. It was talking about that the chip stock, like how many chips of each thing
Okay.
that they have
Yeah.
in South Korea right now,
Okay.
is for once in the last 2 years has actually everything is
We're supposed to
shifted up in the positive direction. So we are now again producing, sounds like, more chips than we
Okay.
are currently using. Now, of course, certain chips are being used over other chips.
Yes.
Like certain chips are being used more than others, whatever. So of course this is not a blanket statement, but it does appear that we are trending in the right direction, which we knew would happen.
It is going to come
We
back.
we said
Yeah.
that the chip shortage would last till end of 2022. It's now mid 2022, and by the time we get through this year, I think the chip shortage should be better. Here's what I bet you doesn't happen though. I bet you we don't see ESC prices change.
No.
Because everybody's
already-
been so
yeah.
used to charging their
Yep.
wholesale clients whatever they wanted for their ESCs to make it work with the chip shortage. Who's going to say they're going to bring that price back down? I
not
doubt
gonna
it.
change.
No,
I
probably
seriously
not.
doubt it. I would
Probably
love
not.
to see our storm cores go back down to the cost we used to get them at.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. Is it going to happen? I don't know. And I'm not even pointing fingers at Alex or
let's
Charles.
just-
I'm pointing fingers at their manufacturer.
Yeah.
When are they going to bring their prices down?
Yeah.
Even though they're paying a fraction of what they used to for chips,
Right.
are they going to ever bring that price down for them? Probably not.
I don't
It's
know.
if they do, the jump won't match they won't go down as much as they came
went
up.
up.
So
Right.
if they've increased 40, they might go back 15.
Right.
Be like, hey,
And the only way
we can barely do this.
right.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably not an Italian accent, but you know what I'm saying?
But you'd think though that the only way they would really be able to get their prices to come down is to literally go, all right, well, we are going to shop around and go get them made somewhere else and start that whole process over again. And is that worth it?
Why
For them?
That's also
I don't know.
assuming, that they come up with their prices, basis
Right.
like 10 different factors and then put it all in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I've worked in an industry where if things like that happened, we would get requests from customers that would say, hey, we know about the chip shortage. We know that it's back, but we also know that it may not cover all of it because your shipping is still it's still higher. There's still other functions that come into it, but you'd basically call them out and be like, so we know this. We expect this to go back down.
Right.
And they would usually do it.
Yeah. And in the case of like storm cores, like obviously like so far they've warranted the hell out of everybody. So they are doing a good job over there as far as I can tell. So of course there's going to be costs baked in there that will simply not go down that much because they made a product that they know, hey, you know what, if it breaks, whatever, they replace them, whatever.
Because even with them, no matter what, if their order is for 1,000,
right,
they can only sell probably 800.
Yeah.
They probably want to keep 100 or so.
On backlog.
There's always the just in case. There's of course they probably wouldn't expect.
I
100,
bet you they
but
don't
let's
do
say
that.
the number. You don't think so?
I bet you they fly through them.
You don't think they
burn
keep a
all of them?
stash?
I bet you they
hand?
keep a stash on hand for their own boards.
Maybe not
Yeah.
200. Yeah.
But I bet you
25 maybe?
I bet you see, I don't know how many boards a month they do. I would love to know that number. But especially now with their new board coming out, they're going to do a lot more boards.
They do a board a day.
Yeah.
A board a day, you think?
I would think across, if they did 30 a month, that's high.
I think their big winner is the storm core in itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. And then with the barrel coming out, I think that's going to be, that might move a little bit better because it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Then it's a little bit smaller. Like
19,
a like
that barrel, the new barrel is $1,900 for a 12S4.
Ugh.
And we assume it's storm core, but it doesn't actually say that.
It doesn't say if
it
doesn't say if there is or isn't. So
This is what I was saying earlier. I think there needs to be I would love to see them come out with like a storm core light that's just like toned down just a little bit. That's like $200.
Okay.
That doesn't have like the amperage.
What I mean,
just something
because you'd still be running a 12S because it's a big board.
Yeah.
You'd have to assume they're never going to make anything smaller than what they.
Well, their whole rhetoric over there is like building like the best boards possible.
Yeah.
So they're not going to go and come out with like a
tank,
crappier version
for the Fox box kind of thing, a single drive. They would have no.
So the barrel is so.
What do they run? Sorry, but what do they run on the foiled thing?
I don't know.
Like 100D maybe or something.
Yeah,
I haven't actually.
Maybe they take 100D and they wire because there's only one motor on there, and they because there's a way to take all 6 phase wires and double them all up. So you're taking all 6 phase wires, bringing them down into 3.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing something like that where they're
interesting
doubling up their amperage limits there. I don't know though. That's a whole. That's beyond my wheelhouse there. I'm not sure.
You were speaking Disney German to me.
We should okay. Take a note. We should compare e-foiling to e-skating and talk about similarities between builds and how the boards are similar and how there's obvious differences. But there are some similarities that I think
motors, batteries.
It's basically
all the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the e-foils are just way ramped up. Yeah.
But like, what is an e-foil motor controller? Like, could you run a storm core or similar? One of these little fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because is that a hub motor or a brushless motor pushing that?
Well, hub motors are still brushless.
Okay.
They're just different build of a brushless motor.
Okay. So what kind of motors are in the e-foils? Do we know?
Probably brushless.
Yeah, there's like Flip Sky's version is like an outrunner version. There's a couple different options, but
because they're water. Isn't that system water cooled also?
Usually e-foils are water cooled because they're pushing so many amps through them. That's just like they're water cooled because you have water there, so might as well use it. It's free water.
Suck it up in.
And then because because they're just so demanding in electronics, it's like kind of a win-win there. You have the water, you might as well use it. Let's push our electronics even farther. I still think it would be badass to build a water cooled electric skateboard just for the hell of it. It's not practical, but it'd be really cool to do it.
I mean, we have access to those motors, so I feel like I've seen a water cooled.
I feel like I've seen a water cooled something Esk8.
If anybody did it, it's that guy in California.
Somebody, I don't know. I'm
Dr. Mike or Madman Mike, they call him.
They water cooled something, bro.
Shit.
I'll look it up tonight and find it for you.
Well, there are water cooled motors now coming out too.
Yeah, there's some water cooled.
So, but I would think the water cooling would more benefit like the ESCs.
Well, we could just make like a gel pack or something and run that same water through it, like
you got the idea. Only issue is like with water cooling, like for a PC, you water cool PC, you need a reservoir.
Yeah, you have to.
And you usually need some kind of radiator that passes the water through
that hot water
to cool the water back down.
Already figured it out.
Oh, you already figured it out? Okay. Well, we'll mad science something together.
Right, dude? Gosh, I'm in here with two geniuses just plotting and planning all sorts of stuff. $1 million ideas.
Dude.
$3 million.
Right.
$3 million is what we're trying to get to.
I love that goal.
Dude, okay. I think, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. E-foil versus Esk8. I wrote it down. We'll do some research.
I mean, maybe we just covered it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we did. I don't know.
We need to. I wish we want to go ride them more. I think
they're pretty cool. It's just there's too many things that can make that not fun if you don't know what you're doing.
I think it's because we all don't have our own yet.
Yeah, they're just got to drop.
Imagine if 3 of us went out and shared a skateboard and been like, "Well, that was
it would
fun.
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be fun unless all 3 of us were riding together.
Yeah,
you would.
Yeah, I would naked too. What's up? No, but anyways, the e-foils are just too expensive.
They're really expensive.
We would have to make our own in order. Well,
yeah, see if you build one, it's way cheaper.
Yeah,
I saw an interesting story on Instagram today. Off topic
for
a company called Inokim NYC. I believe they are a scooter dealership.
Oh yes, this advertisement, dude, is awesome.
And it was just a story, and the line was "Ride free, ride proud."
Yep.
And it was some chick on a scooter, topless, with like the little devil things on her nipples.
The little nipsy, the little
in the middle of New York.
That gets you some clicks.
That was their advertisement.
It
for
was
the day.
awesome, bro.
Somebody said, "Hey, you make a story for Instagram today," and he went, "Really?"
Okay.
Or she went, "Okay."
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Selfie.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Hey man, sex sells though. What can you say?
Sex, drugs,
so
and rock and
next
roll.
week we're gonna have James in a tank top on his
with some pasties. Hey,
that's funny.
Drop an eggplant or two.
Oh god. All right. How much time are we at?
Where are we at? 10 minutes.
10 minutes to go.
It's only been 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's only been 10 minutes.
Longest 10 minutes.
We got 10 more minutes. All right. What should we talk about, guys?
Did we just? I know we didn't just skim through the whole thing.
No, we didn't. So I have written on here that I think 4-wheel drive sucks.
Yes.
I'm just that was not a topic. That was just a note that he made somewhere along the way.
I wrote that.
4-wheel drive sucks. 4-wheel drive Esk8.
I think it's like a gimmick.
It's stupid, man.
Am I wrong? Are we gonna like?
Stupid, dude. Just like the propel boards. You go buy an ATV. Go buy a quad. I'm sorry.
So
okay, go ahead.
We had single motor forever, right? We had single motor. We went, do we really need 2 motors?
People fell off.
And then we went, okay, 2 motors. And now we're going, well, what about 4? And I'm just like,
how did we skip 3?
The thing is yeah, right? Ooh, that's a good question.
How the hell did we skip 3 motors?
Right? Yeah, there we go.
Shit.
Because I think we realized that like one-sided things aren't super awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, but my first board was a single motor. And I loved it.
Yeah.
It rode like a champ. So I don't know. Obviously, I would never go back.
It drives like an old like Jeep or something with like terrible alignment. You got to always hold it to the right because it's trying to go left on that one motor. So you just like you lean right.
See, I never had any drifting issues. I just had it where if I would turn really hard one direction, that wheel would sometimes get picked up off the ground, and I would totally lose my my acceleration or anything or my traction.
That makes sense.
But I think the 4-wheel drive, I feel like the board immediately feels unbalanced now. And I know it's like technically more balanced. It's like perfectly balanced because you've got 4 motors, you've got 2-speed controllers, and your battery in the middle. So it's 100% balanced. But when I'm riding them, I've ridden now a few on these group rides, and I feel like they're not balanced anymore because I think I'm so used to that weight being in the back.
Okay.
And I like the wheels up front doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
I like being able to take those wheels and kind of control them myself and be pushed on the board. I feel like if I'm being pulled on a board, it feels wrong.
It almost gives me the feeling of like wakeboarding, you know? Does that like make sense? Like where you're being pulled.
Okay,
you're no longer being pushed. It's like a completely different feeling. And so when you have something pulling you along with pushing you, you've lost out on the feeling that is kind of skating. You know, like okay, cool. The four motors, it can be faster. They can be a little bit funner if you want to go off road and stuff like that. But funner.
Way more funner.
Yeah, way more funner. Where was I going with this, dude?
Well, I think you were going with the off-road thing.
Say that they suck too.
Yeah, I just don't.
On a regular board, I think they suck. I think on a heavy mountain board, all-terrain, like you're gonna go climb some crazy gravel.
Strapped in and everything.
I think four-wheel drive makes sense.
Yes.
Any other scenario where like you're just taking
four-wheel drive urethanes, you know what I mean?
Like all these companies are coming out with like they had their awesome flagship board with two-wheel drive. Now the next year it's a Pro with four-wheel drive. Why? Who asked for this? I don't get it.
But what if part of it is because of the way that it's being executed?
Maybe they're trying something out. Maybe there's just a couple companies with a little bit of money,
trying,
and they're like, let's see
something.
if the people like it.
But we, like I'm looking at the pictures behind you, and it's got a 6354 motor on a belt drive on the rear.
Yep.
Like that wasn't an underpowered board.
No.
But yet we all graduated to a larger motor,
Yeah.
right? Because the battery got bigger, so screw it, we're gonna make a bigger motor.
Yeah.
So then, let's make a four-wheel drive. So they threw another massive motor on the front.
Right.
So what if you went the other way? What if you took it and said, we know the four-wheel drive is way more efficient.
Okay.
We know that it's going to handle all of this power. So what if we just put smaller motors on it? Made it.
I'll raise you one.
Actually was a little more balanced.
What if we geared the front ones differently?
There you go.
Ooh.
What if we geared them for torque and we geared the rear for speed?
I think you'd do it the other way around.
Yeah,
whatever.
rear
either way.
Torque in the rear.
Torque in the back. Yeah.
Because then the front would pull at a higher speed and the rear would push.
I mean,
which is similar to like a sports car.
That wouldn't create like a,
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I honestly don't know.
We need to figure it out.
It totally could be wrong. I totally could be saying something that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I just don't. But does it? Would it work?
Right.
I don't know.
And then put on like a set of 5065. Now this is like an X-Way Atlas. That's kind of what they did, but they had a shitty motor or shitty batteries too.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know. Like why did we have to throw the biggest motors you could find also on it?
Because we got to do who's got a bigger dick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's all about
and the heat efficiency. And
we've been through this where it's half the stats or half the specs on the spec sheet are literally meaningless.
But most of these spec sheets nowadays don't hold up. They're not accurate.
If I was picking a board today, I would not be picking based on all those watts and this and that because it's all nonsense. I would be picking on which one's the easiest to work on.
Yeah.
And which one I feel has the best build quality.
Okay.
I would not be picking off who has the highest wattage motors or who has the highest watt hour, this or that. At a certain point, it's nonsense.
At this point is kind of
even the range ones are not right.
Yeah.
The range. First of all range. Every single to me, every single range estimate is nonsense. You got to find how many watt hours of battery that are going to come in your pack.
Yep.
And if the company's not giving you the correct number, but they do give you how many, you got to figure out what cells are using, and you got to do your own math.
Outside and weight, and
because they're never giving you the right thing. Yeah. When we come out with our new boards, which literally should be a month from now, we will give probably 6 or 7 different range ratings given different circumstances, and we'll probably still cut them by 10%.
Yeah.
Just so when someone hops on there, they go, "Wow, I went way farther than they said I was gonna." Because our battery's it's just gonna be so good that our range will be so high that it won't matter. But
it's like giving them those last couple miles.
It's like your reserve,
just in case.
Yep.
Because zero sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that no bar, the zero.
Dude, I've been seeing zero the past couple. I've been skating a lot this week.
I haven't skated almost at all in 2 weeks.
You guys,
we've been busy.
Me and Jacob skated for a couple
miles.
Yeah, me and Jacob put on a couple miles last night.
Not.
It was fun. Got yelled at by a security guard. Get off your skateboard. It's not a skateboard. Get off your hoverboard. Not a hoverboard. Stop having fun. Okay, bye.
Hey, bye. We already got it.
Yeah.
And then we saw her again.
Yeah.
Come catch me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for sitting down. Guys, thank you guys for watching. And again, submit your conspiracy theories.
Yes. What do you guys hear? What do you know?
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to talk shit about companies, really.
No.
But if there's some kind of general, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on any of this
not
so
really.
far.
Yeah, I find
it interesting and You have to, choose what you believe is real news, fake news, and then what does it like do to you? The fact that Cloud Wheels makes their wheels and foamy, like, I'm sorry, it doesn't really affect my life.
No,
it doesn't really.
It's an interesting fact to know, or tidbit, or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's a cool thing to be able to talk about with Cloud Wheels.
Yeah. All right, well, guys. Well, again, thank you guys for watching. Maddie, thank you for camera switching.
Right.
That's great.
Directing, everything.
Milo, thank you for interrupting the show once again with your barks, but that's okay.
He finally sat down. And
He's chilling now. Just
click
in time.
The link, subscribe, come back again.
Yep.
We're here every Saturday.
Every Saturday morning we'll be here.
Get some of the CBD oil. It's awesome.
All right, guys. See you later.
All right, deuces.
Later.
Peace.